Alex Ferguson won absolutely everything there was to win in football. Arguably the greatest manager of all time, he played football in a way that inspired managers around the world. He didn't necessarily create the 4-4-2, but he definitely revolutionised it. Now I've recreated Fergie's 4-4-2 in Football Manager, and the results, well, they are insane. Enough talking though, let's get to the tactic, run the intro, and let's go. Hello everyone and welcome to another tactic video. My name is GG513, you can call me Matty, and if you like anything you see today, please do drop a like, consider subscribing. So before we jump into the Fergie 4-4-2 tactical breakdown, let me show you some of the results that we managed to get. It is going to blow your mind. Who better to start a Fergie 4-4-2 video with than Manchester United? And you can see that they were predicted to finish third. However, that's not what happened. You can see that with the use of this tactic, Manchester United finished Premier League champions. Not only that, they scored 125 goals. Absolutely outstanding. 2 points off 100, only losing 4 games all year. A truly superb season. Now team-wise, it was a fantastic year, but our two strikers in particular, Cavani and Ronaldo, had a very special year. Ronaldo scoring 47 goals in the league. Yeah, you heard that right. 47 goals. Absolutely incredible. We have average ratings 8+ for Ronaldo. Aaron Wan-Bissaka 7.64. Assists. Wan-Bissaka got 20. This tactic creates chances and it creates loads of them. And with those chances come goals. I've just ordered all of our schedule out based on the amount of goals that we scored. And look at some of these scorelines. 7 goals, 6 goals, 6 goals, 6 goals, 6 goals. It just goes on and on and on. Look how many games we won 4-0. This tactic does absolute bits. Now I mentioned the squad before, but Ronaldo and Cavani got 94 goals between them all season. That is just ridiculous. Not only that, but pretty much everyone in the squad also got goals. 13 for Fernandes, 9 for Greenwood, 9 for Sancho, even 7 for Varane at the back. Everyone gets a chance to score with this 4-4-2. But it's not just the goals that are crazy. If we filter by the assists, you will see that there are 7 players with 10 or more assists. 10 for Telles, 12 for Ronaldo, 13 for Sancho, all the way up to 24 for Wan-Bissaka, 23 for Fernandes, 20 for Juan Mata. It is just crazy. Now, Fergie was known for whacking in the crosses, and well, that is what this tactic promotes. You'll see that from the assist makers, really. Wan-Bissaka at right back, Mata on the right wing, Sancho on the left wing, Telles on left back. Assists for days. I've already mentioned how many goals we scored in the league, but I'll repeat it. 125 goals, almost double the amount that Man City scored. And that's not the best part. The best part is here. Our average goals per game is 3.29. Now that means we score at least 3 goals a game on average. That is just bonkers. I haven't seen a tactic like that yet in FM22. And the reason for that is, well, this tactic creates the most clear-cut chances you will see. 188 in the league this year. And those clear-cut chances come from the sheer amount of shots that we have. 774 shows that we're dominating the game and dominating the opposition. And I'm going to say it once more. 125 goals. 3 goals a game, man. It's crazy. I'm sure you'll agree that this tactic is absolutely crazy. It is done incredibly well. And Ronaldo did remarkably well too. 61 goals. Now, since he went nuclear, let's try this Fergie's 4-4-2 out with Sporting Lisbon. So Ronaldo's first club, Sporting Lisbon, were predicted to finish third in the league. But as you've just saw with Man United, we didn't finish third. Of course, Sporting Lisbon won the league using Fergie's 4-4-2. And again, you can see why. We just scored so many goals. 107 goals in 34 games. Absolutely bonkers. Finishing ahead of Porto and Benfica, it's some achievement for Sporting, that is for sure. And again, I'll show you the schedule based on the amount of goals we score, and it is just ridiculous. Look at this. 6, 5, 5, 5, 5, 3, 8 at the top there. It's absolutely bonkers. This tactic makes you score so many goals. And just like before, of course, we have the top goal scorer in the league. We have the highest average rating. And of course, we have one of the best assist makers within the league. This tactic is just insane. And when you look at the squad, you can see exactly why. The two strikers, Goncalves and Paulinho up front, getting a combined 64 goals together. It's just ridiculous. 17 goals for Ascaio, 10 for Coates at the back. Goals are just pouring in from every position. That is because the assists are flying in as well. 19, 18, 13, 13, 11. There's too many. If anything, there's too many assists. And if we look at the attacking stats for the league again, Sporting are miles ahead. More than 20 goals ahead of Benfica with 107. And you've already seen it. Goals per game, 3.15. Yet again, Fergie's 4-4-2 scores 3 goals a game. At least on average. It is ridiculous. Absolutely crazy. Yet again, we had the most clear-cut chances, 40 more than second place with 197, and we managed to have the most shots on target as well, 681. It's just ridiculous. I'm sure you'll agree, Fergie's 4-4-2 works, and it works incredibly well. Now I'm going to break down the tactic for you in just a second. Before I do though, please do drop a like, consider subscribing, because I promise you there's more tactic videos on the way. Now, let's get to Fergie's 4-4-2. So here we go then, Fergie's 4-4-2. And Alex Ferguson's tactics relied on 2 key principles. That was to have a strong core of the team control the middle of the pitch and utilise the wings to take advantage of some double-ups on the left and the right-hand side of the pitch. Now I've managed to replicate that pretty much perfectly within this save, so let me show you how it works. Having 2 central midfielders set as central midfielders allows them to focus on their sole job. Win the ball, keep the ball, progress the ball. And with the personal instructions, which I'll get into later in the video, these 2 players are absolutely crucial to how this tactic works. The overload is created by our left back overlapping and our right back overlapping. But the right back in particular, you would have noticed that Wan-Bissaka got more assists than anybody else. That is because the fullback on attack mixed with the wide midfielder on support creates this very strange thing in the match engine where the defence doesn't really know who to mark and one of them is always free. And with one of them being free, they can always deliver a perfect cross, and that is where our front 2 come in. Alex Ferguson loved dynamism and absolute sheer power up front in his teams, and well, luckily Man United have that with Ronaldo and Cavani. Having a target forward and an advanced forward allows for a lot of movement between the 2. They actually play a lot of 1-2s together, and the centre halves don't actually know who to mark when the crosses are being delivered, so it works incredibly well. With regards to team instructions, in possession, we play a positive mentality, but pass into space, overlap on the left and right, and focus play down the wings. Slightly shorter passing, higher tempo, and leave the final third completely blank. The reason for this is because I want to give the players the creativity to whip in the cross if they need to. They don't need to be thinking about too many things in the final third. And clearly, it works. In transition, when we lose the ball, we want to regroup. We want to get back behind the ball and be as solid as we can. But as soon as we win, we're countering, we're pushing forwards. If the goalkeeper has it, he's distributing it quickly towards the flanks, of course. Left back, right back, the wingers on either side, and he's going to throw it long to get there. The reason for that is it goes over the first line of the press from the opposition, and it's so much easier to counter when the ball's out wide because their strikers and their attacking midfielders, well, they're going to be at the edge of your box. So if we get it, we've taken 4, 5, 6 of their players out of the game straight away. And when we're out of position, it is fairly standard stuff really. Use offside trap, higher line of engagement, higher defensive line, trigger press much more often, prevent short goalkeeper distribution, and get stuck in. This is probably my favourite instruction in FM22 this year. You absolutely bully the other team. Now you can see each player's position and mentality for each role. Let me go through the personal instructions for each and every one of them. For our goalkeeper, we want more direct passes and to take fewer risks. Kind of contradicting each other, which means he plays a happy medium where he plays 30, 40 yard passes to our left winger or right winger, and we just keep possession really nicely. Wan-Bissaka, fairly simple. We just want to stay wider, cross more often, get further forward, and he spends most of his time about here on the pitch. Very much like Trent Alexander-Arnold, except from he's Wan-Bissaka and not as good. The right hand side of defence is a ball playing defender, and we want him to take more risks and hold position. Our left sided defender is a simple centre back on cover. The reason for this is because pretty much the other 3 defenders are going to be pushing up. We want one cover defender to sweep up round the back to stop any long balls causing us any problems. He doesn't have any instructions, just shoot less often, dribble less. They're standard for centre defend. In the left back position, we've added many instructions. Cross more often, cross from deep, run wide with ball, shoot less often, get further forward and stay wider. We want Tellers to be hugging the touchline, going up and down the wing, and as soon as he gets within this area, we want him firing in crosses for Ronaldo and Cavani to attack. In front of left back, we have left wing. A simple winger on attack duty. The only instruction we're adding is shoot less often. In the midfield, central midfielder, we have take more risks, shoot less often, and roam for position. Now this central midfielder is on attack duty, so when we have the ball, he is going to be pushing forward, making late runs into the box. Now with Fernandes, shoot less often goes against his player traits, but the instruction works for the position. Alongside him, playing the Roy Keane role of 1999, we have Paul Pogba. Two totally different players, but similar instructions. We have dribble less, shoot less often, hold position, and tackle harder. We want this midfielder to stay within the centre circle really, while the other one is pushing forward. That way we have the stability, but we also have the creativity within the midfield. On the right hand side, we have the wide midfielder. Cross more often, cross from deep, get further forward and sit narrower. The reason for that is we want him to have the ball, sit about here, and he can play lovely curled crosses in towards the back post, while Wan-Bissaka is making his runs up the wing. Up front, our target forward has take more risks added onto his instructions. The reason for that is because we want him to play the through balls towards our advanced forward, and that has shoot more often and move into channels selected. The reason for that is because whoever you play an advanced forward, you want to have the best shooting. He gets most of the chances and you want him to be your best player. So there we have it then, Fergie's 4-4-2 proven to be successful within the world of Football Manager 22. If you have enjoyed this video, please do drop a like, consider subscribing, because there'll be more tactic videos on the way very soon. Take care, look after yourselves, and hopefully I'll see you next time.